a lot has happened to you in the past couple of years. Your daughter James was born.
Mm-hmm.
How did that affect you to become a dad?
Well, it's it's one of the most common things in the world is, making out, having a couple drinks, and then
9 months
doing
later.
it, and then having a baby. I was perfectly sober for this one, though. I gotta say, it's amazing. It's like I just always marvel at how how common it is, yet how profound it is. And I always laugh at because celebrities always you always cringe when they talk about their kids because they literally talk about my child is the only one who has ever exited a womb ever. And you're just like, well, so a lot of people have done this. Really. So you always want to kind of temper it with a bit of self-effacement, but I love it, man. I truly worship that kid. I'd say it's terrible. She has me so far wrapped around her finger. It's dumb. She says "Dada," and I will walk through a cement wall to get to her. It's like crazy. Yeah.
What's one thing that you learned from your parents that you want to make sure that you give to her, and what's one thing about your own upbringing that you want to change?
Discipline. I'd love to give to her, and I don't mean discipline in the sense of corporal punishment. I mean discipline in the sense of my dad. I never had a great relationship with my father. He died maybe 2 months ago, and James is actually named after him. My dad's name was James. But one of the great gifts he gave me was discipline, and he taught me to work so hard that it just whatever you're aiming for, whatever goal you had, it'll come true. It'll materialize if you just keep pushing. And Deadpool's a great example of that because 11 years I kept going and going and going, and the spirit of my father's kind of infused in that in a weird way. So I would love to instill some of that in her, that idea that you work hard no matter what you're given in life. If you're given a lot or given a little, you just got to work your way out of everything. So that would be great. What I would like to not give her probably is from my house is probably just a penchant for intermittent headbutting out of nowhere. I mean,
yes, 3 brothers that see her as emergency food.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. She's not emergency harvestable organs. She's a child. So yes, exactly. It was heartbreaking for me because when I shot that movie, we had the full, complete Deadpool script ready to go, and we still couldn't get it greenlit at the studio, and it was just. And I had that moment where you're standing at the altar, and I called Fox, and I was just like, please, is there any chance on earth that you'd make this Deadpool movie? And they just said, we don't see it happening in the near future. And then I said, I'm going to go do this other superhero film, but I just really want to do this one. And so off I went. I did it. No regrets. It was amazing. Met my future wife, and we were buddies then. I remember it was funny because for about a year after Green Lantern had come and gone and all that stuff, and we were both single, we went on a double date she was on a date with another guy and I was on a date with another girl, and that was the most awkward date for their respective part because we were just like fireworks coming across the So
that was long after it. That was the first time that you thought, oh, there's something.
Yeah, it was like
long
this first weird.
shooting.
Yeah, but we were buddies for a long time. The best way to have a relationship is to start as friends.
She's an amazing cook. Why wouldn't you be buddies with her?
Yeah, exactly. Well, because you need to fit into a superhero costume for a little while.